right, check. Good evening, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to run a check on this microphone just before we get started. Can you please enhance it? Prepared this for last week. So when they told me the same thing, only for me to come and say our program has changed. So you want to run a check? Check 1, 2. Can we enhance the mic? Thank you. And I think this works. Thank you very much, sound manager.
Sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check. Sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Louder, a bit louder. Sound check. Check, check. Sound check. Check, check. Sound check. Sound check. 1, 2. Sound check. Check, check.
No matter what damage we do, we still need one another. Sometimes when I hold you in my arms, somehow I see, as bad as we've been, it's how good we can be. But we can't just say we want it. We gotta
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light.
Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending.
Really love to be alone without all the ache and pain and the April showers. But it ain't long before I long for you, like a ray of hope coming through the blue. When it all gets dark and then the whole thing falls apart, I guess it doesn't really matter about the rain, 'cause we'll get through it anyway. We'll get up and start again, 'cause we could be living, living, living. We could be lifted from the shadow, lifted.
Seems like yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block of dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still a team. Through your family, I'll fulfill your dreams. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce sometime, the night they took my friend. Try to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to hear half your breath. I know you're still living your life after death.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing
day and every night. Life is life, and if you can't see what you mean to me, then you don't see that every breath you take means the world to me. Totally. They keep saying that you're wasting your time. You keep saying that you gotta be mine. Let it be what it's got to be. So baby girl, just be good to me.
Friends, tell me I am crazy, that I'm wasting time with you. You'll never be mine. That's not the way I see it. 'Cause I feel you're every line. Whenever you're with me, people always talk about reputation. I don't care about your other girls, just be good to me. Friends are always telling me you're a user. I don't care what you do to them, just be good to me.
People always talking about reputation, trying to handle this situation. I get a little nervous, yes indeed. Don't you know you're the one I need? Maybe I'm here to stay. Sooner or later I'll find my way. All of this was just because your friends always chase the other race. Face to face. What am I supposed to do when you come on strong? Sure that I really did something wrong. Blah blah blah. Riding with your girlfriends all around, baby, just brings me down. Let it be what has got to be. Baby girl, just be good to me.
Friends seem to always listen to the bad things that you do. You never do them to me. You may have many others, but I know when you're with me, you are all mine. People always talk about reputation. I don't care about your other girls, just be good to me. Friends are always telling me you're a user. I don't care what you do to them, just be good to me.
Rams keep saying that you're crazy, totally. It's not right at all. What they believe is not what I see. You keep saying just be good to me. I keep running up and down the town, and I honestly think that you're fooling around. And your friends keep making these rumors every day and every night. Life is life, and if you can't see what you mean to me, then you don't see that every breath you take means the world to me. Totally. They keep saying that you're wasting your time. You keep saying that you gotta be mine. Let it be what it's got to be. So baby girl, just be good to me.
Friends, tell me I am crazy, that I'm wasting time with you. You'll never be mine. That's not the way I see it. 'Cause I feel you're every line. Whenever
back in time, my heart was young and the world was mine. Driven by desires blind, I remember someone told me as the years roll by. Remember one thing, one thing. People come and people go, where the winds of fortune blow. So hard to find that heart goes. I remember someone told me, when you find it, don't let go. You're the one thing, you're the one thing, baby, makes this world heaven, makes the whole thing right. You're the one thing that means something, baby, the one I believe in, the one thing I need in my life. As I look into your loving eyes, ain't no doubt just where my treasure lies. Search the earth for something true, but the only truth that matters is my love for you. And that's the one thing
Sound
the
check.
early
Sound.
sky, beneath the million stars, within the pulse of a lifetime, how very young we are. As I stumble on this journey, along the road to what is real, I'm not meant to steal, I'm not meant to steal. All the lessons of my learning, and all the strength that I possess.
Thank you. Thank you.
Still there are mountains.
Thank you very much, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to crave an indulgence for us to please take our seats. Can I kindly request that we please all be seated? In no distance time from now, our esteemed special guest of honor, the father of a nation, our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, will be making his way into this auditorium. Can we please kindly take our seats? Please, this announcement is binding. Heads of agencies and departments of government that are here, all are invited guests. I see the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kiara, CON, would like to welcome you, sir. See the Permanent Secretary of the State House, would like to appreciate the good work that you do. We'll be very delighted to have all of you seated, please. There'll be time enough for us to network and get to exchange pleasantries. Please, in the meantime, kindly take your seats. Director General, Voice of Nigeria, I'll be delighted to have you take your seats as well. We also welcome the Honorable Minister of Education. Welcome you to this auditorium. It will also be a thing of joy to have you all put your phones in the silent mode. This is the maiden edition of the Presidential Press Corps Annual Dinner and Awards Night, taking place here at the Presidential Conference Hall. Today, some of us, and those of them who laid foundation for what the Press Corps is in the Villa, and the veterans themselves, will be singled out for awards. And so, as I speak to you, I'm told very reliably that the special guest of honor is almost making his way in here. So if you don't mind, we'll appreciate if you take your seats. I see the Honorable Minister of Communications. Thank you very much. I'll also see the Chairman, DA Communications there. We welcome you. I'm told that the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, is represented here by the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 7, AIG Victor Olaiya. Would like to welcome you. We also recognize the presence of the Controller General of Immigrations, Kemi Nanananda, ably represented here by DCG Bashir Daura. We welcome you. We also recognize the CG Federal Fire Service, ably represented by DCG Ajasa Kamaru Kainde. We'd like to welcome you. Thank you very much for coming in their stead.
It's only the face of my, only the face of my pride. Not made of steel, not made of stone. I can be anything more than I mean. Can't do it all on my own. Holy man, flesh and blood is all I am. You think I can carry the world on my shoulders? That don't mean that I can. I'm not made of steel, I'm not made of stone. I'm not made of steel, I'm not made of stone. The summer sun went down on our love long ago. But in my heart I feel the same old afterglow. Your love so beautiful, hid everywhere. Your love so beautiful, we let it slip away. We were too young to understand, to ever know that lovers drift apart, and that's the way love goes. A love so beautiful, a love so free, a love so beautiful, a love for you and me.
Please, I need your attention for a bit. I've been asked by the chief hosts of this event. You may recall that the hosts are two of them. The Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation has asked that we please tell all members of the press and members of the press corps, State House Press Corps, to move and occupy the seats in the middle row. Allow the front rows, but you can see it in the middle row. Let's do that quickly because I'm told very reliably that His Excellency is about making his way in here. Please, can we do this, and we do it with some dispatch?
yes, I longs to love you for all of the night,
Yes, yes.
love you every day and night.
Just as we're inching very close to getting started, I've been told that this microphone is not loud. Sound engineer, can you please work on it? Give it some volume. And if possible, add a little bit of bass to this mic. As we recognize the honorable ministers that are here. But very before then, let me start by recognizing His Excellency, the presence of His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpolo, the Executive Governor of Edo State, ably represented by his deputy, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. We'd like to welcome you, sir. We'd also like to recognize and welcome the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Lausa. We'd like to welcome you. We recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kiari, CON. We welcome you. Honorable Minister of Information happens to be the Chief Host alongside the Chief of Staff to the President, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, and Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila. They are the two hosts of this evening's event. If we settle down, we'll be able to start at a good time. Well, let me recognize very quickly a very pragmatic Controller General of Customs, Adewale Bashir Adeni. Would like to welcome you, sir. Thank you very much for coming, sir. The representative of the Director General DSS, Sophia Abdullahi, would like to welcome you, representing your boss. CG Immigrations, ably represented here by DCG Bashir Daura. We welcome you. CG Federal Fire Service is also represented here by DCG Ajasa Kamaru Kainde. We welcome you.
just don't understand. Yeah. So blind to each other, we only see one side of nowhere. Some things we may never know. There's one thing you should ever know. Soul of my soul, heart of my heart, greatest treasure of my life is what you are. Soul of my soul, child of my heart, I love you more than you know. Soul of my soul. Into this world, come with a heart that's open wide. The best of this life is all I ever want for you. I love you, believe it. You're every dream, you're every passion. In time I know you'll come to see. Nothing means as much to me. Soul of my soul, heart of my heart, some kind of miracle of life, that's what you are. Soul of my soul, child of my heart, I love you more than you know. Soul of my soul. There'll come a time when you'll be on your own, but in your heart you'll never far from home. Every road you take, every living day, you will always be, you will always be. Soul of my soul. Soul of my soul, heart of my heart, greatest treasure of my life, that's what you are. Soul of my soul, child of my heart, I love you more than you know. Soul of my soul, some kind of miracle of life, that's what you are. Blood of my blood, light of my life, you mean much more than you know. Soul of my
Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, the stage is set. I have it on good authority that His Excellency, the man we're waiting for, President and Father of the Nation, will be making his way into this arena in no distance time. So can we please be mindful of our movement at this point as we kindly request that we all be seated. Can we all take our seats? Representative of the British High Commissioner, we welcome you. The Deputy Governor of Delta State, would like to welcome you, as we also recognize the presence of the representative of the Governor of Katsina State. Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, CON, and Honorable Minister for Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, Honorable Minister of Finance, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, Honorable Minister of State Education, Professor Suwaiba Saeed Ahmed, would like to welcome you. Thank you so very much for honoring us with your esteemed presence. The Permanent Secretary, State House, Workaholic Peter Fashademi, would like to welcome you, sir. Always a pleasure. CG Customs, We want to appreciate your presence here this evening. We also recognize the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Public Communications, a veteran statesman in the industry, Bayo Onanuga. We'd like to welcome you, sir. Daniel Boala is also here, and I'm just saying the Honorable Minister for Health and Coordinating Minister for Health, Professor Ali Pate, just joining us. We'd like to welcome you, sir. DG Voice of Nigeria, Jubril Ndache, we welcome you. DG National Broadcasting Commission, Charlie Gwebu, we'd like to welcome you. MD News Agency of Nigeria, Ali M. Ali, we'd like to appreciate your presence here this evening. And the Chief Registrar of ARCON, Dr. Lekon Fadalopo, we'd like to welcome you. And DG National Orientation Agency, Larry Onilu, we thank you for coming. And DG NIMS is, by the way, represented here at this event. I recognize Asselsa Sherrod Uwabo, Head of Communications, British High Commission, representing the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, His Excellency Richard Montgomery. We also welcome the Honorable Minister for Youth. I'd like to appreciate your presence, Kromed Olawande, Wisdom. God bless you. We're hoping that in no distant time we'll be able to get this program started. Chief Raymond Paul Dokbasi Jr., the Chairman DAR Communications PLC, we welcome you. I did recognize the CG Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni. I'd like to appreciate your presence here one more time. The Deputy Governor of Edo State, standing in for the Governor, His Excellency Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, is here with us. Representative of the Director General of SS, Sophia Abdullahi, we welcome you as well. We'll try to keep the recognitions coming, but as soon as the #1 citizen of Nigeria finds his way into this arena, recognitions will start forthwith. And then, of course, we'll only do a bit of the recognitions whilst establishing the protocols.
Where a hero's welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance, I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while.
Very quickly, before the arrival of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, let me recognize very quickly the publisher and editor-in-chief of the Abuja Inquirer. I'd like to welcome Dan Akbawa. Please can we welcome him and all the persons we've recognized, because no one has been given a clap today. Can we recognize all the dignitaries we've thus far recognized? Can we give them a round of applause to welcome them? At least members of the press, it's up to you to welcome your guests. Let's make them feel very comfortable and feel at home. Can we give them a round of applause that is deserving, please? Representative of the Governor of Katsina State, we welcome you, Honorable Hadiza Maikudi, as well as Monday Onyoni, Deputy Governor of Delta State, representing the Governor of Delta State, Oboriwere. We welcome you, sir, Your Excellency. Please, let's rise. May we rise. It is my singular honor and respect to respectfully welcome you, Mr. President. National Anthem. Remain standing for the third stanza as our national prayer. As we pray, O God of all creation, direct our noble course, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Amen and amen. Please be seated as you put your hands together for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then, of course, for our dear president, who is accompanied by his lovely wife to this occasion today, speaks volume. I'd like that we welcome Mr. President and his lovely wife with a thunderous, resounding applause. Can we hear that applause to welcome the president? Today as well, we're privileged to have with us the governor of Zamfara State. We'd like to welcome Dr. Dauda Lawal. Thank you so very much for joining us here. Now, you know that the meals tonight are not going to be any too sweet. The reason why they won't be too sweet is because Mama herself has decided that she was going to make the meals. So Mama's meals tonight, if you've not eaten her food, I have eaten so many times. I'm privileged to tell you tonight that the meals are going to be fantabulous. And knowing what her kitchen is like, can we please welcome the mother of the nation, First Lady of Nigeria, Her Excellency, a very compassionate mother. Let's welcome her with a resounding applause, please. Your Excellency, we also are accompanied here this evening by two persons that are playing the role of hosts. Your Chief of Staff, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Honorable Minister for Information and National Orientation. On the other side, we have the Secretary to Government of the Federation lending his support, as always. And of course, we have governors of Katsina State, governors of Delta, and governors of Edo State also represented here. I'd like that we welcome all the governors with a round of applause as we get started. Permit me, therefore, to then try to establish the protocol as we have. Our esteemed special guest of honor and father of a nation, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I dare add, our Reformer-in-Chief, most media-friendly President. A very compassionate mother of a nation, Your Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Secretary to Government of the Federation, Your Excellency Senator George Akume, Your Excellencies, the Governor of Zamfara State, Your Excellencies, the Governors of Edo, Delta, and Katsina State, ably represented here at this occasion, members of the Federal Executive Council in their numbers, Service Chiefs and Inspector General of Police, represented here by the AIG Zone 7, senior government officials present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, captains of industry, Chairman State House Press Corps, Emmanuel Anule, PhD, and all of your members. Your Excellency, the evening is already carved out. This evening is not just another night. It is a night for awards, a night to dine, and a night to have your journalists that have been working with you, all the press corps members of the State House, have an evening of this nature with you. It is the first of its kind. It has not happened before. And this makes you stand out as the most friendly media president of Nigeria. It is a celebration of professionalism, excellence, and the enduring partnership between leadership and the media in the service of our great nation. The State House Press Corps occupies a very unique place in our democracy. Beyond reporting events in the State House, its members document history, preserve institutional memory, and connect government with the governed. The maiden edition of this annual dinner, Your Excellency, and awards celebrates distinguished practitioners whose commitment to truth, professionalism, and responsible journalism continues to strengthen our democracy. And at the center of this remarkable gathering is a leader whose courage has become the defining character of governance. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, our Reformer-in-Chief, who has approached nation building with vision, resilience, and uncommon determination. Across the Federation, Your Excellency, more than 440 road and railway projects and other big projects either completed, under construction, or approaching completion. An infrastructure-driven and unprecedented administration, what you have done, rather, is unprecedented within the annals of our history. And this projects you as one who is deeply connected to the Nigerian people. And equally commendable, Mr. President, is the appreciation of the media as an indispensable partner in democratic governance. Your administration has continued to engage constructively with the press, reinforcing the principle and accountable leadership and a responsible media that are complementary pillars of democracy. Your Excellency, you are leading with courage. You're also leading with purpose. You're leading with distinction. As a president, the Presidential Press Corps is proud to celebrate your leadership, very iconic, and remains committed to telling the Nigerian story with professionalism, patriotism, and integrity. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me therefore welcome all of you to this evening's dinner. And to most formally welcome us to this event, it is my honor and privilege at this point to invite the man whose strength is galvanized, along with his colleagues, to have invited all of us, including your esteemed self, to this event tonight. Please join me in welcoming the Chairman, State House Press Corps, Emmanuel Anule, PhD, for his remarks of welcome. Don't worry, I'll use mine.
Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Mother of the Nation, First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, CFR, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, distinguished Senator George Igbegbe Dajo Akume, CON. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let me adopt the protocol already established by the MC. I stand this evening before you with a spirit that is profoundly humbled. Permit me first to thank you, Mr. President, for honoring this inaugural Presidential Press Corps dinner with your presence. My colleagues and I feel highly honored and incredibly grateful that you are attending this event with our dear mother, the First Lady, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON. Your presence, Mr. President, at this inaugural Presidential Press Corps dinner lends very deep credence to the occasion and affirms the high respect and regard that you have for the State House Press Corps and the media in general. On two occasions, Mr. President, this dinner was postponed because other pressing high-level national commitment required your attention. But each time, you made it clear that you intended to attend this event in person. As a Christian, I have unwavering faith in these biblical words. Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are the called according to his purpose. I believe that this day, Thursday, 2nd July, 2026, has secured a place in the annals of Nigeria's history, a distinction and development that we owe to Your Excellency's stewardship, please. Your being here signals, once again, your strong belief in the indispensable role of a free professional press in a functioning democracy. This is not a surprise. Mr. President, you yourself have benefited and is still benefiting from press freedom. This is why, in December 2023, you declared, and I quote, Mr. President, "We will always uphold media freedom, respect opinions, whether they are adversarial or complementary to my government," end of quote. In December 2025, Your Excellency, your immediate lieutenant, the Vice President Kashim Shettima, GCON, reiterated this, and I quote, sir, "Press freedom remains a non-negotiable pillar of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration," end of quote. These commitments matter greatly to us as journalists. The State House Press Corps is not merely a collection of journalists. We are the daily conduit between the presidency and citizens at home and abroad. As conscientious members of the fourth estate of the realm, our reporting informs markets, shapes public debate, and helps voters, especially those who invest and plan their livelihoods to make considered choices. In an era of instant digital news, accuracy, context, and speed matter more than ever. For this reason, the Press Corps remains a vital node in the information ecosystem that sustains accountability. On a lighter note, Mr. President, we share, you and I, share political milestones. You were overwhelmingly elected president in 2023. In the same year, I was elected by a similarly decisive margin. In the same year, I was elected by a similarly decisive margin as chairman of the State House Press Corps. In May this year, you completed 3 years of your first term and have now served 3 years as chairman. While your single tenure is 4 years and mine is 2, by this time next year, you will, God willing, be entering a new 4-year term. And I will be leaving office after 2 consecutive 2-year terms. This in no small way demonstrates how democratic your press corps at the presidential villa has been over the years. Please, Your Excellency, permit me to congratulate you that you accept our sincere congratulations on your resounding victory in the recent presidential primaries of the governing All Progressives Congress, where you secured 10.99 million votes from your party members. This record result is a strong signal of endorsement and a clear promise of assurance from you for your victory again in next year's general election. Congratulations, sir. Mr. President, I recall with some nostalgia our meeting with you in 2017 at Marina, Lagos, during one of our annual lectures and training workshops. Through the facilitation of your aide, now your Chief Security Officer, Mr. Adegboyega Fasasi, we met with you and you spoke with us with great candor. You said, and I quote, Mr. President, "I know you people are suffering. Be patient and wait for us." At the time, it was a philosophical remark. We did not realize then that you were deferring to your presidency. Today, you occupy Aso Rock as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are again meeting you this evening. For that, we are grateful, sir. The purpose of this evening is twofold: to celebrate our shared work and to create a direct forum where the presidency and those who report on it can engage. On behalf of my colleagues, I respectfully invite you, Mr. President, to consider making this gathering an annual event, as proposed by the call. An informal annual State House press call of this nature would create a predictable channel of dialogue and partnership between government and the journalists who translate, scrutinize, and explain policies for Nigerians and international audiences. Regular engagement reduces misunderstanding, builds trust, and aligns expectation on both sides. Mr. President, as a media entrepreneur, a media mogul of repute, and a leader who understands newsroom dynamics and the pressures that shape coverage, you are uniquely positioned to foster an environment in which journalists can pursue stories without fear of intimidation or undue restriction. These qualities are an asset to your presidency. My colleagues in the press corps remain committed to the Nigerian project and to supporting your renewed hope agenda through professional reporting. We believe that responsible journalism strengthens institutions, attracts domestic and foreign investment, and builds public confidence. We therefore pledge to continue to report the activities of this presidency with fairness and rigor, and to explain policy choices plainly, and to hold government to its promises in a constructive manner rooted in verified facts. It may interest you to know, Mr. President, that day by day we make a substantial contribution to national development through our reporting, even while receiving little recognition because of the unique demands of our work within the presidential villa. Today, however, we are privileged to have one of our own, a towering figure in the media industry, a leading employer, a decisive leader, and a trusted mentor as as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your ascent, Mr. President, to this position for us is indeed providential. Tonight, we are privileged to honor some outstanding Nigerians and colleagues who exemplify service and leadership. Let me therefore quickly recognize our awardees tonight. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Ezenwo Nyesom Wike, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, President of Dangote Group, Mr. Tony Elumelu, Chairman of Hayes Holding and Tony Elumelu Foundation, Dr. Zach Adedeji, Executive Chairman, Nigerian Revenue Service, Mr. Shegun Adeniyi, former Presidential Advisor on Media and Publicity, Alhaji Atiku Bagudu, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Dr. Olubumi Tunji Ojo, Minister of Interior, our late colleague, Baba Ladan Abubakar, who will receive a posthumous award, and Mr. Felix Onoa, retired senior correspondent with Reuters News Agency. We are grateful for the steady support that helped in making tonight's event possible. I must especially thank the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Right Honorable Bajabi Amila, who jointly serve as host for this event, Your encouragement and guidance have been invaluable. The re-engineering you led appreciably elevated both the standard and quality of this occasion. We also appreciate Mr. Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, for his fatherly leadership and for bringing stability to presidential media coordination in the presidential villa. We also appreciate Mr. Sunday Dare, Special Advisor on Media and Public Communication, Mr. Daniel Boala, Special Advisor on Media and Policy Communication, Mr. Tunde Rahman, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Special Duties, Mr. Temitope Ajayi, yes, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Print Media, Mr. Frederick Wambufo, Senior Special Assistant to Mr. President on Public Engagement, Mr. Stanley Nkwocha, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Public Communication, Office of the Vice President, the Director of Information and Public Relations at the State House, Mr. Abiodun Oladunjoye, and the entire media department, as well as the wider presidential communications team. You all are amazing. We also acknowledge the support of the State House Permanent Secretary, Mr. Temitope Peter Pashidemi, and members of the Federal Executive Council for your cooperation. Let me put on record our heartfelt appreciation to Her Excellency the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Thank you, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, for her continued support of the Corps. You have been a dear mother to us in your dealings with these gentlemen. Only 2 weeks ago, you donated to the State House Press Corps a brand new Toyota Coaster bus. Our dear First Lady, this kind gesture is unprecedented in the history of the presidential villa. We sincerely appreciate you, ma. To the Vice President, even though he's not here in person, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, you remain a steadfast friend of the press corps in every office you have occupied, from your days as governor, senator, and today, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, sir. To the leadership of the National Assembly, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON, President of the Senate, and Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Speaker of the House of Representatives, we thank you for your support and for being here, being represented here this evening. I wish to express my deep appreciation to our amiable Secretary to the Government of the Federation, my father, our leader, a political colossus, distinguished Senator George Igbegbe Dajo Akume. SGF, sir, we admire your steady leadership and commitment to public service, which remains invaluable to both the administration and the Nigerian people. To members of the diplomatic corps here this evening, I also thank you for joining us tonight, especially the representative of the British High Commissioner. Thank you for coming. Finally, to my colleagues, what I proudly call Africa's most elite press corps, well done. Well done, and thank you for your professionalism. Together, we stand ready to work constructively with this administration in the interest of our national development. Mr. President, may I acknowledge my dear wife, Mrs. Anita Anule. You can wave to us, ma'am, please. For her steadfast support on the home front. I'm grateful for the calm and encouragement she provides. Your Excellency, please permit me to also invite the spouses of all our members here present to be upstanding for recognition. Please, with your permission, sir. Please, our spouses, please be upstanding for recognition, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You all are special people, our wives. May I reiterate at this point our kind request once again, Mr. President, that you institutionalize this inaugural presidential press corps dinner to an annual event. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for this time. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for this honor. May God bless the State House Press Corps. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Your Excellency, in the words of George Okefe, a very prolific writer, he says, and I quote, Ima, you can pose with a photograph with His Excellency. Thank you so much for the photographs. This will remain very indelible in the memory for a very long time to come. Thank you. George Kefe says, and I quote, "Where and how I was born is not important, but what should be of utmost importance is what I have done with where I have been," unquote. Your Excellency, for all that you have done within just 3 years down the line is unprecedented. History will be very kind and posterity will be very kind to you when the story of your leadership and governance will be written, because children yet unborn will come to read books about Nigeria, and they will know that when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over the mantle of leadership as president, within 1 year, it was clear that something is about to happen. Before we got to the second year, Nigerians have already started seeing commissioning of projects. 3 years into your administration, many more projects have been inaugurated across the country. And we are talking about the 4th year. Before the end of your first term, Your Excellency, I can imagine that Nigeria will be the El Dorado that we all prayed for because of your astute, iconic leadership. I'd like that we please put our hands together for His Excellency one more time. And now to the goodwill messages. Our very first goodwill message, and perhaps the only one tonight, is going to be coming from a man who has also seen it all. We call him GSMS, Governor, Senator, Minister, Secretary to Government of the Federation. Please welcome with me His Excellency Senator George Akume, CON. Can we make that applause a bit louder than that for the SGF?
Your Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, accompanied by his dear wife, Her Excellency the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON, members of the Federal Executive Council, the Chief of Staff, the Head of Service, the governors here present, members of the diplomatic corps, top government functionaries, the chairman of the State House Press Corps, the tallest man in this building. Tonight is historic. As the chairman said, this is the first type of meeting that will be hosted by Mr. President for the press call, presidential press call. The press is a very difficult profession, tragic-driven, and full of hazards. And the fact that for the past 3 years, you have done very remarkably a signal that this government will continue to grow from strength to strength. I had occasion to say that a democracy is a preferred system of government. Why? Because you as pressmen have the opportunity to criticize, to advise, to caution, to warn, and even to insult without having midnight knocks. You dare it under a totalitarian government, and you know where you end up, you and your families. This government came in just 3 years ago, and it has choked up achievements on a scale that is most unprecedented. I was talking to city boys this afternoon, and I told them, someone was here for 8 years as FCT minister. There were no commissioning. Today we have someone who has been on the scene for 3 years, and there have been commissionings almost on a daily basis. I've decided deliberately to target the Federal Capital Territory, because if I want to go across the regions, I won't leave this place here tonight. The achievements are there for people to see, to feel, to touch. There was a great Nigerian who called me when the contract for Lagos Calabar Superhighway was awarded. He asked me about the meaning and purpose and value of that project. When I finished explaining to him, when I gave him my adequate answers, he said, okay, we shall see. The same person, after about 5 months, met me, and he confessed that the quality of work is high. I used he said he traveled on it for about 30 kilometers, and he could testify to the quality of work on that road. That's a very senior citizen. The man who never gave this government a chance. And the same thing he asked of Sokoto Badagry. And when I said that, according to the Minister of Education, over 6 countries from Africa have come to understudy the loan scheme program, which is being executed by this government. Nobody will be denied access to higher education simply because he was not born to wealth and privilege. So the list is endless But I'm happy, Your Excellency, that you have decided, in spite of your crowded schedule, to honor the men of pen. And as they have pleaded or appealed that this become a yearly event, I just want to lend my voice in their support. And I want to believe that your spouses will also support this. So, sir, once again, I want to thank you for purposeful and meaningful leadership. It is 3 years, and it is more than 8 years. And by the time you do 8 years, Nigeria will belong to a class of its own. Frankly, I speak not because I'm part of this government. I speak because I have seen what has happened in the past. And what has happened in the past can never be compared with what has happened today. Our prayers are that Almighty God will continue to strengthen you, to bless you, to pour more graces on you, so that you will continue to lead this nation to higher glory. God bless you and the First Lady and all of you. Good night.
That applause can be a lot more encouraging than that for a man who has spoken in your support and putting all the requests that you've asked of our Father for him to do for you. He'll definitely do it. He's a man of his words. We've seen promises made, promises delivered, and we're still counting to 2031. By the time you're done with Nigeria, just as His Excellency has said, of course, people will be looking for visas to fly into Nigeria because something great is happening here. We appreciate Your Excellency. Thank you very much. The very next goodwill message, as I'm told, will be coming from one of our chief hosts for this event, or the rather host for this event. And it's none other than the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila Mila, CFR, former Speaker, House of Representatives, and your Chief of Staff. Please, if your hands are not very busy, for the onerous support you've been giving to everyone around here, I think his applause should come even louder.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and your very lovely First Lady, our mother of the nation, permit me to stand on protocol as already established. Let me confess that I was not expected to speak here today, as my work, the very nature of my job, most of my work is done behind closed doors. But I must say, I am delighted, nonetheless, that I've been given an opportunity to celebrate with the press corps and to celebrate with Mr. President. I must say this though, and I hope it's taken in good spirit, because from my understanding, press corps dinners, as we have seen all over the world, are meant to be occasions that are not taken too serious. There are lots of banters, lots of jokes, and nobody takes anyone serious. And it is in that regard that I must confess, Mr. President, I ply the corridors of the villa, perhaps 3-4 times every day. And I've done this for the past 3 years. Till date, anytime I'm heading from the President's office back to my office, I meet with the press corps, several of them on the corridors. I must confess, though, that the chairman, even though I see him 3-4 times a day, anytime I pass, he greets me and I acknowledge him. I say, "Oh, Adams," as in Oshiomole. So it takes me a few seconds before I realize that, okay, no, it's not Adams Oshiomole. The similarity is uncanny. But it is clear that he is a man of purpose, a man who has served the press corps diligently, a man who takes his work passionately. And if it were in my power, which it isn't, this is the first time we'll have, perhaps, maybe change your constitution and have a legitimate third-term agenda. Mr. President, I want to thank you on behalf of the press corps. They have said that this is the first of so many things. First of its kind, first in this, first in that. You will continue to come first, Mr. President. Your achievements speak volumes beyond imagination. Many of us have followed you for years, but not in my wildest dream did I think that in 3 years, you would have under your belt what you have today. When people talk about reformers, or they talk about reformers, presidents, if you look all over the world, it only takes one reform for you to be tagged a reformer. Just one significant one. But when you're reforming, perhaps almost every quarter, when in 3 years you have about 10 reforms under your belt, the SGF has reeled out a couple of them. And personally, I believe that there's a lot more to come. We still talked about some in your office yesterday. Every day, it's one reform after the other. Your capacity for work is something that encourages, and many of us don't even understand how you do it. But we'll continue to follow you. In your second term, I believe that Nigerians will begin to understand. During campaigns 3-4 years ago, we said there was a precedent for every time or for a particular nation. We talked about Charles de Gaulle, we talked about this person, we talked about that person. There is no doubt that you are the president for Nigeria for this time. Well, thank you, Mr. President. But thank you, First Lady, because without a steady home front, Mr. President, no matter the capacity, will not be able to achieve half of what he has achieved. And I thank you on behalf of all Nigerians, on behalf of the staff of the villa. We thank you for what you do. We thank you. We see it, we hear it, and we feel it. Thank you very much, First Lady. So, for the press corps, congratulations once again. It's time for, if you like, some of you can, like I said, it's a casual dinner, press corps dinners all over the world, in America, that have perfected it. You can crack jokes. Come here, crack jokes, say whatever you want about me, about the SGF. Give the president high five if you want. But know that until next year, before you get to do that again. So I thank you once again for allowing me to speak on this occasion. God bless you.
Thank you very much indeed. That round of applause for the Chief of Staff, who has also spoken glowingly about the press corps in the State House. I had expected that his remarks would ignite another round of applause coming from all of you for him. Thank you, and thank you very much indeed. All right, at this point in time, You'll also agree with me that every memorable evening deserves moments of relaxation, which is one of the things that the Chief of Staff just encouraged you to do. You can come here, relax, give high five. But if you're approaching the president for a high five, I better tell you, you've got to watch your back. Because you won't have access except he beckons on you. That's the type of president we have, very accessible. And that is why we're not anywhere near saying that you are not the most friendly. You are the most friendly media president Nigeria has ever produced. And I want to say that I stand to be corrected, but if there is any, please challenge me to that. So please, at this point, Your Excellency, let's enjoy the unique comedy from one of Nigeria's finest, very unassuming, but his intelligence is up right there to the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Shpc Law.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President. Your Excellency, you know, when the chairman of the State House press corps was talking, he said he shares a similar milestone with Mr. President. And I dare to say that I share similar milestone with Mr. President when I was voted in 2023 as the most hated Nigerian celebrity for supporting Mr. President. And I am saying that I am ready to renew that mandate in 2027 by campaigning more vigorously for Mr. President. Mr. President, you've done so much in 3 years, building giant infrastructure for Nigeria, the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, the 1,000-kilometer Sokoto-Badagry, and several projects. You've done so much so that your oppositions are now going around with camera to snap pictures with pothole, just to discredit you. And one of them went as far to say that because you've tackled the ASU strike, we no longer have ASU strike. Students are enjoying student loan. And because you've tackled ASU strike so much, Mr. President, one of your opposition said the only strike he could talk about is that we don't have a striker at the World Cup. It's just that they don't have anything to talk about, Mr. President. You know, Mr. President, you floated the exchange rate and then you stopped fuel subsidy. You came up with different reform. You shocked the opposition, and one of them said that the problem of foreign exchange is foreign exchange. It's not their fault. They don't have anything to talk about. Mr. President, you have eyes for sporting talents. And you went as far as the interior of Ondo State at a place called Okeagbe. And you spotted a young man, His Excellency Honorable Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, and you made him the Minister of Interior. And for the first time in this country, we knew that the office of the Minister of Interior is not just to announce public holiday. When one man was there that they called Baba half salary, we only get to see him when he wants to announce public holiday, Mr. President. You know, the Ministry of Interior has transformed quite a whole lot in the nation. We now have e-gates at our airports. We now see that there is serious prison reform. Mr. President, before your administration, we had over 20 prison or jailbreaks. But since Honorable Bumitunji Ojo was appointed, we've never heard anything of such. I think it deserves a big round of applause. Mr. President, during your administration, prisoners are now graduating and they are earning PhD from prison. This is due to prison reform in your administration. Mr. President, we now have the mining marshals, you know, courtesy of the Nigeria Civil Defense. These are your works. Please, can we applaud Mr. President? Honorable Bumitiji Ojo is the star boy of your administration, and I'm from Ondo State, and I'm very proud. I think Honorable Bumitiji Ojo deserves a round of applause too. Mr. President, just some days ago, you announced the reforms for NYSC. I remember a long time ago, one of my friends was doing his NYSC, and he was posted to a primary school to go and teach. But my friend had a problem. My friend happened to be a stammerer. And the first time he got to the class captain hit the desk. The way we would do in school. Bah, 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 bah. Everybody in class stood up. And they said, "Good afternoon, sir. We are happy to see you. God bless you." My friend wanted to reply. That was where problem started. He said, how are you? The whole class shouted, fine. My friend got angry. He said, "Why are you who copy me? Today I want to teach you about animals that who live on land and in water." And he went to the blackboard. He wrote crocodile. He said, "All of you, who pronounce after me, who crocodile." The whole class shouted, "Who crocodile." He said, "Why are you who pronouncing it like that? Who pronounce it straight? Who crocodile?" The whole class shouted, "Who crocodile." He said, "If you cannot pronounce that one, let's go to number 2. He went to the board, then he wrote hippopotamus. Then he said, who pronounce after me? He the whole class shouted, "Hooray!" That was how my friend got angry and postponed his youth service by another 1 year. You know, Mr. President, I love what our military men are doing. You know, I'm a supporter, I'm an Arsenal fan supporter. You know, I support Arsenal Club. I know they are here. Mr. President, in 2023, I went to watch Arsenal match against Man U, and we won the match. So as we were coming back, our car got spoiled in front of the Ikeja cantonment. As the car got spoiled, we were trying to repair the car, so we were arguing amongst ourselves. We were abusing Man U. As we were abusing Man U, we didn't know that the soldiers that were at the gate at the cantonment were Man U fans. As we were abusing Man U, that was how one of them came and said, he said, "Hey, all of you, Zakom, what happened to your car?" We said, "It's something." He said, "Don't worry, we will help you to push it inside." They pushed the car inside the barrack. That was when we got inside the barrack. He said, "Hey, all of you have been abusing Man United here in trouble, Walay. I'm going to plug all of you. And I'm going to plug you according to the number on your jersey." Mr. President, the only God that saved me, I wore a national jersey, Vieira number 4. He flogged me 4. It was as if he flogged me 24. Then my friend started crying. That one was a patriotic Nigeria. He wore JJ Okocha number 10. Your Excellency, as they were flogging that one, our third friend was rolling on the floor. The soldier said, "I have not plugged you. You are already rolling on the floor. What is your problem?" When he stood up, we saw he wore Arsenal jersey, Kano number 25. As if that was not enough, as they were flogging that one, the fourth one of us, he sat on the floor. He was just breathing. "Mr. President, I didn't know he was a political person like me. He was your strong supporter. It was when we saw what he wore, that was why we knew why he was crying." Mr. President, when he stood up, we saw he wore Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2023. So by the time they finish with him, I can tell you that he's still going to receive treatment. Mr. President, I will round up with this. As we have an evening of laughter, if anybody today asks me, "Sheyilo, can you introduce President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?" I will tell them that I can. And I would love to introduce you like this, Mr. President. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to introduce a man who has come to truly reform Nigeria. He's not just here reforming Nigeria. He's building a future for our children. Your Excellencies, please permit me to introduce the man who took our foreign reserve from a net reserve of 3.9 billion US dollar to over 50 billion US dollar. Please permit me to introduce the man who believes so much in education that when he campaigned, he said a 4-year school term will be 4 years. And today, ASU strike is a thing of the past. Students now get NEL fund. They enjoy loan and a monthly stipend of 20,000 naira. Please permit me to tell you about a man who will make sure that during our next election, we will not campaign with local government financial autonomy because it is something that he has already done. Permit me to tell you of a man who, as soon as he assumed office, decided that the cankerworm of fuel subsidy will be gone, and today it is truly gone. Permit me to tell you about the man that brought a new tax reform. And I think this man deserves a big and a better round of applause. Permit me to tell you of the man who has introduced and signed into law the electricity bill. And I think this man decided that every Nigerian truly deserves to enjoy electricity without estimated billing, as meters are being shared to different homes in Nigeria. Some of our institutions are going off grid. Solar is being installed in different institutions. From healthcare, reforms are happening. An opposition said that we build a PSC in every of the 8,000 something wards in Nigeria. He didn't know that right now over 4,000 wards in Nigeria are receiving revitalized and improved PHC in all the states of this nation. I think Mr. President deserves a better round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you love the president, please can we put our hands together for the man who ended fuel subsidy crisis in Nigeria, floated our exchange rate, raised our foreign reserve, building giant infrastructure, and a lot is being done by him. Please, a round of applause for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. God bless you, sir. Mr. President, can I approach you for a high five too?
Mr. President, if he's coming, all of us will come. Please, can we celebrate Sheilo one more time? Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And very quickly at this juncture, Your Excellency, we just want us to relax a little bit and watch this electrifying dance step from Nigeria's best, the Hot Steppers.
Nigeria!
Good people, great nation.
Thank you very much. Hot steppers for you. Your Excellency, the evening is fast spent, and I hope that we're making the best of the evening. And at this point in time, we'll be inviting the co-host for this event, and that's no other person than the Honorable Minister for Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris. Can we please welcome him to the podium? But whilst he's coming, I've been looking at the face on a table of the president, a lady, very delectable, gorgeous in her attire. I've been looking around, I just couldn't place the face, and it was when I got close, I realized that that's the head of the Civil Service of the Federation. Please kindly find a space in your heart to forgive me. Please welcome with me Mrs. Esther Didi Wilson Jack, OON MNI. You're most welcome to this event.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his dear wife, the First Lady and Mother of the Nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Your Excellency, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, distinguished Senator George Akume, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Wilson Jack, the Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Alhaji Dauda Lawal. Let me at this point cut the protocol as it has already been established. Your Excellency, when the chairman of the press corps was making his remark, he was rightfully comparing his office to that of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in a way. And I think in a way he was right, because both of them, the office of the President of the Corps, the press corps, and that of the President of Nigeria are all elected. What he didn't tell you, Mr. President, is that while you are leading a nation of 230 million people, Dr. Emmanuel Anule is leading a corps of about 90 people. But I'm happy that he has recognized all of them, and indeed he has asked even his spouses, because you also came here with your dear wife, so he also wanted to match that by saying, by acknowledging his wife and also asking all wives of the correspondent to stand up for recognition. Your Excellency, everyone that has come here has said you have done much for media, for the press in this country. What people may not easily remember is that this is the 4th time that Mr. President is attending a very big event related to the media. Just a few months into his administration, Mr. President hosted the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, and almost all of them were around in the villa. The following year, Mr. President also pulled another first by declaring open the first Nigerian Guild of Editors Conference to be hosted by Mr. President himself here in this hall. And a few months ago, Mr. President, you also hosted during the Ramadan the cream of Nigerian journalism, members of the Nigerian Press Organization, comprising the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, the Nigerian Guild of Editors, and all practitioners and senior editors who were present on that day. And today, you are pulling another first. When I first heard that we were going to have a dinner, an inaugural one, I thought either myself or Mr. Bayo Nanuga, your special advisor on media, will be the one to come and represent the president. We want to say that when this event was organized the first time, 2 weeks ago, Mr. President was rarely seated in his office together with the First Lady. What the president or the chairman of the press corps didn't tell you was that they were not actually very ready. And so myself and Mr. Bayo Nanuga were debating how to approach Mr. President to tell him that. But once we got there and told the president, together with the chief of staff, he said, "Oh, that's all right. When are they going to be ready?" We picked a date and we said, we are sure that they will be ready in 2 weeks' time. And Mr. President, you came here again with your First Lady, with your wife, your dear wife. This is an indication of how much you take journalism and the media seriously in this country. And we know and we believe, because of your relationship with the media, you are a product of the media itself. You believe in media freedom. You believe that democracy can only thrive when the media is free. And each time I've had the opportunity of discussing with Mr. President, what he asks me is, you are the professional, go and do it the best way you can. Thank you for all that you have done for the Nigerian media. The Nigerian media will be grateful, will continue to support you, will continue to do what is right so that our democracy can get strengthened. It is a great honor, therefore, today for me to join you at this historic inaugural State House Press Corps dinner. This gathering celebrates an institution that occupies a unique place in our democracy. Across the world, thriving democracies recognize the value of constructive engagement between government and the media. Today's event is a commendable initiative that honors the critical role of journalists while also strengthening the relationship between those who govern and those who report on governance. I congratulate the leadership and members of the State House Press Corps for their professionalism, dedication, and service to our nation. The work of the State House Press Corps is both demanding and vital. Every day, you serve as an important bridge between the presidency and the Nigerian people, helping citizens understand government policies and programs. And in doing so, you contribute significantly to transparency, accountability, and democratic governance. The government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recognized that a free, professional, and responsible press is indispensable to national development. At the same time, the rapidly evolving information environment requires an unwavering commitment to truth, to accuracy, to fairness, and to ethical journalism. Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, As we celebrate the media's role in our democracy, it is important to acknowledge some recent milestones that underscores Nigeria's growing leadership in the information and communication sector on the global stage. Only recently, Mr. President, Nigeria successfully, through your support and leadership, the UNESCO Category 2 International Media and Information Literacy Institute here in Abuja. This is the first of its kind institute that is globally dedicated to advancing media and information literacy. This institute positions Nigeria as a leading center for promoting critical thinking, digital citizenship, and responsible information management. Only a few weeks ago, Mr. President, under your guidance, the federal government also launched the Digital Switchover platform, popularly known as the Free TV. This landmark initiative will expand access to quality digital broadcasting, support local content production, create jobs, and unlock new opportunities across the creative economy. These achievements reflect the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and our collective determination to build an informed, connected, and empowered society. Nigeria stands at an important moment in its history. While challenges remain, the opportunities before us are even greater. Building the Nigeria of our aspiration requires partnership, requires patriotism, and a shared commitment to our national interest. To you, members of the media, I have this for you. The media has a crucial role to play in this regard in our collective journey towards nation building. Beyond reporting events, it helps to shape national conversation, promote understanding, and strengthen national cohesion. While it is critical for the media to do its role, to play its part as the fourth estate of the realm, it is also important for them to note that any journalism that does not promote cohesion, that does not promote unity, that does not advance the cause of our democratic journey, we have to reflect on that again. I've said it time and time again. The best reporter, the best editor is the one that only reports in the national interest. And I want to urge once again, members of the media, that while we face this big challenge of insecurity in this country, and as this administration under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working hard to tackle this, it is important for us to please take these terrorists off our headlines. Take them off our front pages. Terrorists and criminal elements that only work to destabilize our nation will use our front pages, will use our headlines to promote their negative agenda. It is important for all of us to know that the media's role is to help to build and unite this country, not to report in a way and manner that seeks our division. At a time when misinformation and divisive narratives can spread so rapidly, we must continue to champion responsible communication and the values that unite us as a people. Let me, at this juncture, express our profound appreciation on behalf of the Nigerian media and on behalf of the State House Press Corps. The appreciation of all of you to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his steadfast commitment to democratic governance, transparency, and engagement with the media as a whole. The President's presence here tonight at this inaugural event underscores the importance his administration attaches to the role that the press plays as a vital partner in nation building. As we gather here this evening, therefore, let us recommit ourselves to the values that sustain democracy, freedom, responsibility, professionalism, mutual respect, and constructive engagement. May this event become an enduring tradition that strengthens government-media relations and reinforces our shared commitment to a stronger, more united, and more prosperous Nigeria. On behalf of all members of the press corps who are here, and your media team, Your Excellency, most especially the presidential media team, headed by Mr. Bayo Onanuga, the veteran Bayo Onanuga, Mr. Sunday Dali, Daniel Boala, Temitope Ajayi, Abdulaziz, and all of them who are working hard day and night to ensure that Nigerians are informed about what this government does and what its priorities are. And to those of you also at the Ministry of Information and National Orientation and all the agencies under it, and I can see all the heads of agencies here, I want to thank you, Mr. President, for this great opportunity. And I want to assure you of the commitment of all of us to ensure that the enduring legacy, the prosperity that you promised this country will be delivered with the cooperation of all of us. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. God bless Nigeria.
The remarks of the Honorable Minister for Information and National Orientation, who also doubles as one of the hosts of this event, alongside the Chief of Staff to the President. Would like to appreciate you, and as we move on, dinner is served. I'm just wondering how we're going to go about this. We have 4 service points. For those of you seated at the rear, there are 2 points behind us there, so you can just avail yourself of those foyers where you can get served. And I've been told that is a full 3-course meal. You just have your starters, the main course, and the dessert. But because of time, and we don't want to keep you here for too long, I'd like that those of you that are seated to us here, please avail yourself of the foyer to my immediate right. And those of you closest here, Your Excellencies, the governors and the governor's representative, you can please have your meal at the foyer there. And then, of course, those of you in the middle, the 4th foyer to my immediate left. Right, yeah, left, at the rear. That's where we're eating. But please, we want you to be very orderly while this is going on, so that we fetch our meals and return very quickly, because we're going to be carrying on the awards alongside. But before then, Mr. President, we would like a situation where we get the saxophonist to just give us some bit of entertainment and allow some of our award recipients to also come back to their seats before the award presentations. So, Mr. Ministers and, of course, governors, time to dine. It's dinner time. And please, let's be very orderly. The event is still on. You just queue, and then, of course, you keep your conversations even on that side in cellotones. All right? The saxophonists, if you're ready.
about trust, talk about forever, baby. When you talk about us, give you my word, stick to my guns. Believe me when I tell you, baby, that we just begun. You don't understand, no. Full intent of my blood, baby. I wanna be sole provider, yeah. Baby, I wanna stay for the longest time, baby. I wanna be sole provider. Just say you let me, darling. I know you've been hurt. I know your love is shy. You don't have to say it, baby. It's gonna take some time. You got my heart in the palm of your hand. I swear it's gonna stay there, baby. Give me half a chance. You don't understand, no. Full intent of my blood, baby. I wanna be your sole provider, yeah. And I wanna stay that way for the longest time, baby. I wanna be your sole provider.
I know for some of us, our hands are busy with our cutleries. But if your hands are not busy, for the saxophonist, please let's give him a round of applause one more time. Thank you very much. We've come to the highlight of this very event, and that will be the award presentations to deserving award winners. Well, the recipients here today, some of them are members and some are non-members. The members, we're going to be inviting all of you because we're looking at the exigencies of the office of our special guest of honor, our father, the president, and so we don't want to dwell too much in inviting one after the other, so we're inviting all of you collectively. So please come onto the stage so we can go round with the presentation. Mr. Segun Adeni, Chairman Editorial Board, This Day Newspaper Pioneer, Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to the President, President Yaradua. If you're here, okay, I'll just read out your names and then you'll all come out. The next is Mr. Felix Onoa, Long Service Media Merit Award, 26 years of presidential reporting. Mr. Nicholas Okechukwu is Long Service Media Merit Award, Non-Linear Editor. Anule Emmanuel, PhD, Chairman State House Press Corps, Outstanding Leadership Award. Alhaji Laden Abakar, Long Service Media Merit Award, Photojournalist, and this is posthumous. So please, as you hear your names, would like that you please come to the stage as we invite the presenters to present your plaques of award to you very quickly for brevity of time. The other non-membership awards goes to Alhaji Aliko Dangote, GCON, President Dangote Group of Companies, a distinguished bold investor in oil and gas sector, Reform Award. Dr. Zach Adedeji, Executive Chairman, Nigerian Revenue Service, Award for Ingenious Revenue Innovation. Mr. Tony Elumelu, CFR, President, President Elumelu Foundation has holdings. Is going to be given an award tagged Outstanding Award for Youth Development and Entrepreneurship. Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagodo, CON, is the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning. Is going to be given an award of excellence as Strategic Budget Alignment Reform Coordinator. His Excellency Barrister Ezenwanyesam Wike, CON, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. His award is tagged Excellent Drive for Enduring Infrastructure Reforms in the nation's capital. And last but not the least on this list of awardees is Honorable Olubumi Tunji Ojo, Minister of Interior. His award is called the Award of Excellence for Technological Revolution, Pioneering Seamless Passport Issuance. Your Excellency, these are the awardees. For the very many people that are not here, we're going to be inviting one amongst our distinguished guests to do us the honor of presenting these awards. If I have your permission, sir, may I crave an indulgence of the Executive Governor of Zamfara State. He will help us present one or two, and then of course we maybe invite our dear mother to present to a few. Okay, mommy, I understand you, man. We just like seeing you. Please put your hands together for the Governor of Zamfara State. Mommy, you can come with mommy so we don't waste too much time. Can I hear a round of applause for Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria? Very compassionate, man. We're first of all going to present. So please bring the plaques as you hear the names. Mr. Olusegun Adeniyi. No, you stand and then you walk up to where mommy is. They will bring the plaques to them. Okay, the cameras are requesting that we come back this way. Mommy, please bear with us, ma. Yes, ma. The recipients can stand this way. Mommy and his you present to like three of them. Three. Okay, mommy. All right. Okay. All right. You're presenting to Olusegun Adeniyi. Olusegun Adeniyi, you've been nominated for this award in recognition of your exceptional communication skills at the first State House Press Corps member appointed Special Advisor SA on Media and Publicity to the President. This honor acknowledges your role in navigating one of Nigeria's most turbulent periods. Thank you very much. Our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Felix Onua. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me invite the chairman, the man who has actually made all this happen. Let me have mommy present to him, please. Anule, you've been nominated for this award in recognition of your selfless and exemplary leadership. Under your stewardship, the State House Press Corps witnessed first-hand elevated standards of accountability and transparency, uniting over 70 journalists across outlets in pursuit of the public good. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Our next recipient is Mr. Felix Onua. Please let's put our hands together to celebrate Her Excellency as she returns to her seat. Thank you so much, Mommy. We are proud to be associated with you and Daddy. Mr. Felix Onua, you've been nominated for this award in recognition of your exemplary dedication, over 36 years of outstanding journalism, as a colleague of rare distinction, and for your unparalleled coverage of Nigeria's seat of power, the Aso Rock Presidential Villa. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Felix Onua, can we have his plaque, please? We need to be very snappy with this. The Governor of Zamfara State, His Excellency Dr. Daud Lawal, will do us the honor of presenting this. Our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Tony Elumelu. I'm not sure do we have a representative? Huh? Oh, you're the one. Oh, you're representing Tony Elumelu. I'd like to also invite the head of civil service of the Federation to do us the honor of presenting one or two of these awards. Let me then get the governor of Zamfara State to do us the honor of presenting to Sir Tony Elumelu. And I must say that he has been nominated for this award in recognition of his leading philanthropic role, catalyzing youth entrepreneurship in Nigeria and across Africa. We say congratulations on behalf of the State House Press Corps. Let me also say thank you so very much to Your Excellency for doing us this honor. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Nicholas Okechukwu is our next recipient. Nicholas, you've been nominated for this award in recognition of your exemplary dedication over 25 years of outstanding journalism as a colleague of rare distinction and for your unparalleled coverage of Nigerian seat of power, the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, for the number of years that you did this with so much dedication. Congratulations. Please, his plaque for the head of civil service of the Federation to do us the honor of presenting. Just hold on. Thank you very much. Dr. Zach Adedeji, the Executive Chairman, Nigerian Revenue Service, is next. Do we have a representative for Dr. Zach Adedeji? Yes. All right. Your chairman has been nominated for this award in recognition of his robust drive for tax reforms and record-breaking success in revenue collection for the nation. Congratulations on his behalf. Our next recipient is none other than the workaholic performing Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Ezenwa Nyesam Wike, CON, who is unavoidably absent but is represented here, and he'll be picking this award on his behalf. His Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications is here. He'll be picking these on his behalf. And Chief Barrister Ezenwa Samwike has been nominated for this award for his bold policy initiatives and speedy drive in delivering quality and enduring infrastructure that is fast transforming Nigeria's capital city. Congratulations. Next is Dr. Olubumi Tunji Ojo, Minister of Interior. Is here represented by Honorable Karim. All right, Karim, your boss has been nominated for this award in recognition of his sustained efforts to revolutionize passport issuance through seamless technology and more. Do we have any representative for Alhaji Aliko Dangote? Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for the head of civil service as she returns to her set. Thank you very much, ma'am. A few other recipients that are not here or not represented. We have the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Alhaji Aliko Dangote and Ladan Abakar, respectively. But of course, the chairman will do well to take the awards to their respective offices if time permits. And I think that is where we'll be drawing the curtains. Evening is fast spent, but of course, I'm sure there are no people on a queue anymore because we want to settle down so we can then listen to the man who has so transformed Nigeria and it's still in the business of transforming Nigeria. Bold reforms. I prefer to use the word audacious reforms, because while some persons think it is not possible, Mr. President feel, yes, we can do it. And that is what he's doing with his president, let me quickly at this juncture then. What's happening? You're not decorating the president. At this point in time, Your Excellency, would like to invite two statesmen amongst us to do us the honor of decorating our special guest of honor, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as Grand Patron of the State House Press Corps. And to do this for us, Your Excellency, we'd like to once again invite the Executive Governor of Zamfara State to be joined by the Chief of Staff and assisted by the Secretary to Government of the Federation, as well as his Special Advisor on Media, Bayo Nanuga, to please do us the honor of coming up here to decorate. I mean, when I say come up here, it won't be on the stage, on this lower platform, so you can decorate our President as the Grand Patron of the State House Press Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought that would ignite some clap for the President. So it will be my honor. It will be my honor at this point in time to now, having arrived at the defining moment of this memorable event, to decorate His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Emmanuel Anole. Emmanuel Anole. Emmanuel Anole should join. No, there's no mic. Don't take it. Don't stop. Don't stop. He's done talking. What is important is it's the symbolic. Your Excellency, this decoration reflects the appreciation of the Presidential Press Corps for a president who recognizes the indispensability of the media in nation building and democratic governance. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let me ask all of you to rise on your feet. Please, may you rise on your feet as we embrace reform with conviction and pursued infrastructure renewal with determination. Let's welcome our dear President, your President, my President, the great reformer-in-chief, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, our President, as he delivers his remarks. Please, a round of applause for him.
Please be seated. Good evening, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. My dear wife, the First Lady, Yalakara. I will stand on the existing protocol as already established. It gives me great joy to join you for the Maiden State House press call dinner. I am very, very honored, and please permit me to apologize on behalf of our media and communication department for not convening this event sooner than this. I especially want to appreciate each of you for your tireless efforts in covering the State House and keeping Nigeria informed about the activities of our administration. Let me put it as I feel it. At the beginning of the administration, it was hard the way you approached the reform. But I am glad tonight that you give credit to that reform. You nearly stopped me from reading then. But I had to summon courage that as one of you in the saddles, I must read you, I must hear you, I must feel you. And I read you every morning sincerely ever since then. Some of our founding fathers were journalists. They established the newspapers to fight the cause of our independence and to shape the course of our nation. Let me assure you that my administration remains committed to ensuring that you have access and the resources and freedom to your job excellently and in accordance with the Constitution. I thank you very much. What are we enjoying? Democracy. This democracy rests on the foundation of the freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of association. However, while press freedom and free speech are the bedrock of an open and a democratic society, we must all remember that that right comes with responsibilities. The challenges of digital age and real-time growing on the matters of current affairs are matters of security of our nation must always come first. You must think about Nigeria first. That is what we all agree to. I made a commitment at the inauguration that I will do everything possible in my power to be consistent with the Federal Republic, Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You and I promise one another that we must not undermine our country with irresponsible reporting. We will have no safe space left if we did. At the time when our nation is tackling security threats, neutralizing thousands of criminal elements, and rescuing hostages. The media should not become amplifier for those who wish to harm us. They want us divided. They want you and I to be afraid of one another. We will not surrender to their whims and crises. The media must resist the temptation of becoming megaphones for terrorists and kidnappers. We must protect our nation. Tonight, we gather not as adversaries, but as partners in the service of our democracy and our people. Yes, there is often tension between the government and the press, but that is the nature of democracy. The government must act, the media must watch. The government must explain, the media must question and back when necessary. It is this healthy tension that strengthens our republic. As the president, I've often found myself both praised and sometimes criticized, and sometimes in the same newspaper, in different days. One day I read in the headline that I said Tinubu's cost big in the economy, and Nigerian economy is expanding. The very next day, the same newspaper turned to another page and saw the backline. I encountered another headline: Nigeria's economy falters as Tinubu loses grip. I didn't know Segun Adeniyi will be here tonight. His last back page on security, I still have a copy on my desk. Very rich outline. Thank you very much for keeping us very well. I read it all. And one person that is not here, that I read recently at the back page of Guardian, was Lanre Babalola. He was talking on Zero Road Dam, no electricity. You are alternating generators and all of that. We will be there. You can blow hot and cold within 24 hours. However, you can be rest assured that our economy is doing well. We are out of that tunnel, the dark tunnel of uncertainty. We have all the politicians. They must complain of hunger. But next time I bring you to this hall, I won't put you on those corners where you can serve yourself a good meal. We will go there together. I have learned to respect the scrutiny and questions, even as I ask the media to always do its own work. You must do your own work. Provide context and help citizens understand not just what has changed, but to where we are headed. We live in an era where misinformation can travel faster than the facts. The media must choose fact over falsehood, substance over sensation, and credibility over clickbait. Our country depends on professional journalists who separate fact from fiction and truth from speculation. In a world where anyone with a smartphone can claim to be a journalist, the standard of professionalism, accuracy, and integrity must never be compromised. Freedom of expression is not freedom to defame. Freedom of the press is not freedom to mislead. Public trust is earned through fairness, accuracy, and responsibility. Nigeria has enacted laws, including the Cyber Crimes Act, to protect citizens from malicious falsehood, cyber stalking, identity theft, and other digital abuses. These laws are not meant to weaken the press freedom we preach, but to protect our citizens and the integrity of our information ecosystem. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is undergoing one of the most ambitious periods of reform in our history. The difficult but necessary steps we have taken are already yielding results. Our economy is stabilizing, no doubt about that. Public revenues are strengthening. State governments are receiving greater allocation right now. They must do your roads, they must provide water, and investors' confidence has returned to our country. Blue chips, great economies are seeking us out. Our foreign reserves have improved, rising above 50 billion US dollars, a 17-year record. The oil and gas sector is attracting new investments, and the stock market has grown remarkably 5 times higher than 2023. I have created wealth for some of your uncles and grandfathers. Through reform in taxation, fiscal policy, infrastructure, and the business environment, we are laying the groundwork for a more competitive, productive, and prosperous economy. The journey is yet complete. Challenges remain, but the path is clear, and the foundation for long-term growth are being established. On security, our administration has adopted a determined and multidimensional approach. Military operations have intensified. Intelligence gathering has improved. Interagency and international cooperation are yielding results. Thousands of criminal elements and terrorists are being neutralized, hostages are being rescued, and communities once under threat are being reclaimed. While challenges persist, we are systematically moving from reacting to threats to actively degrading them. We remain resolute in our commitment to secure every part of our country so that every Nigerian can live and prosper in peace. The media, beyond being watchdog, is a critical partner in the national development. You inform citizens, shape public discourse, promote civic participation, strengthen national cohesion, and contribute to our national progress. As we look to the future, let us strengthen the relationship between the government and the media, not by abandoning scrutiny, but by deepening mutual respect, professionalism, responsibility, and our shared commitment to the Nigerian people. Let us replace hostility and distrust with constructive engagement, sensationalism with professionalism, and the pursuit of outrage with the pursuit of the truth. I thank all of you for your dedication, service, and contribution to the democracy. May God bless the press house, the State House press crew, I don't have pen and pencil to alter your constitution. The chairman, national chairman, you will have another term. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed the evening. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It's been an inspiring remarks once again, as always from you, and we have learnt again from you. The President has spoken to us, and we want to pray too that may God continue to grant you more wisdom, strength, and good health as you lead our dear nation to greater heights. The evening is fast spent. From this end, I'll give a high five to the President as we ask that we rise for the national anthem to bring this event to a close. Please just remain standing as His Excellency takes his leave along with his lovely wife, the mother of a nation. Your Excellency, we wish you a very pleasant night rest. I couldn't have a picture with you today, but I'm looking forward someday. I'll have that opportunity, sir. Sir. Thank you, our lovely dear Chief of Staff. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Honorable Ministers. SGF, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Let the music play. Good night.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zobu, zobu, reigning by master.